Bayless. Walt, say hi to everybody.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Everybody's doing great. And I'm so excited that you are here. Now, you are here because I put a poll in our Facebook group asking everybody what they would like to learn. And the things, I'll go over that with you in just a minute, but the things they would like to learn, when I read that, like within minutes, people were voting on what they'd like to learn. You know, there was my one friend that I sent a message to and was like, oh, people want to learn what you have taught me, right? Walt, what you have taught me. So I was really excited that you said yes and that you would come on and teach us some things and that you have a solution for us. Before we get into all that, Walt, how are you doing? You're in Australia right now, right?
Yeah, we're doing great. You know, the thing is, from my perspective, the whole world's gone crazy, right? You know, this whole the panic, the fear, everything like that has been terrible. And I was chatting to a good friend of mine, Anil Gupta. You probably know Anil.
Yes.
And I remember Anil and I had dinner one time, and he always has a spongy red nose in his pocket. And the waitress came over to serve the table, and she was like, "Hi guys, here's your meals." And he took this like spongy red nose and put it on, and just turned to her, and she just looked at him and just started laughing. And it's the whole Patch Adams thing, right? And I said, "Anil, I love how you do that." And he said to me something that I've said to my kids: "You get to choose how you feel." You know, if you think of the happiest thing that you've ever thought of in your entire life, and straight away I can feel the jazz coming in. It's amazing. And at the same thing, you can think of something sad and it makes you sad. So you can choose how you feel. The reason why I bring that up is because, like, when this all kind of craziness went down, I had a couple of days where I was like, oh my God, you know, this is like the end of the world kind of stuff. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, we can choose how we feel. Like, let's keep everybody safe. We're in lockdown. This is the home office. The kids are home from school, but we also get to choose how we deal with the world and the situation around us. So let's make something magical come from this, and let's help some people realize that this is not the end of the world. And I put together that work from home series, you know, and I reached out to 10 or 12 top entrepreneurs and I said, let's teach some people how they can make money and get rid of some of this fear. And we had some incredible answers. And yeah, it's just, look, I'm doing great is the short answer. You know, people around are starting to feel that as well. So we're starting to get out of this kind of funkiness. I hope it doesn't last too much longer.
I know, I agree. And on that note of getting out of this funkiness, when we asked our people, so the question that I asked them was, let me just go to the Facebook group. It says, I'm just reading from the group. It said, while we're in learning mode, because we've been teaching a lot and having a lot of, you know, learning modes and webinars and stuff, tell me some of the things you would like for us to teach or find an expert on to interview. Then I'm like, choose all that apply and add to the list. So some people added to the list. The number one thing, Walt, was make recurring income without doing fulfillment.
Wow. Yep.
The number two thing, and when I read this one, I was like, this is Walt Bayless all the way, because you know, we've had so many conversations about this, but it's selling software as a service to locals. And then what local businesses are still in business right now and thriving.
Yeah. Yeah.
How to get your agency ready for reopening and how to outsource sales. So if you were going to hire some salespeople, how would you outsource sales? So I know that you can cover so many of these. So thank you for, you know, volunteering to, well, I don't know if it's volunteering or just saying yes to my request.
I will say yes to you, Alicia, any day. Anybody that knows you knows how much you give to that community. I will say yes to you any day.
Thank you. Thank you. So when we were talking about this, let's first start off by saying that you have a solution that helps a lot of people to use software as a service and earn recurring income, and that's AgencyBud. And I've heard a lot about AgencyBud recently, and it was in reading about AgencyBud. And, you know, I know you, we've met in person and all that kind of great stuff, but it was in reading about that when I said, okay, I know that you've got the solution. But before we talk about AgencyBud, I'm wondering if you can, and maybe you can weave it in.
Yeah, sure.
But, you know, it seems like from what I'm reading, what I can tell that people want is they need a software tool or some sort of software that they can offer to local business, sell as a service, make recurring income. Like, who doesn't want recurring income? And I think that something that is more stable, that can always, lead us through the ups and downs, because who knows what's going to happen next, right? We hear some places are reopening, and then I'm hearing second wave, and who knows what's going to happen. But I know that this is what people want. And unfortunately at Soci Masters, we do not have software. We don't make software yet. I know that that's one of the things that I've learned from you, is that that's important. It's a really important business. So let's start off by you giving us some insight in recurring income, software. I don't know if you want to tie those two together or take the question separately.
I do, because I think that's a great place to start. So let's answer that question first. Why software? Why should we even think about that? Because surely that means I need to know about software, right? I mean, that makes sense, So let me cover that, and then we can talk about how does that fit into recurring income, right? So the first thing is, we say software is an amazing business to be in for a few different reasons. And I'll cover them. But the first thing is that people are going to say is, yeah, but I don't know anything about software. Like, I'm not a coder. And I need to go like this. I need to go, me neither, right? I have owned a software business now for close to 12 years, and I cannot code. I have no coding experience whatsoever. And how has that happened? How has it occurred? Like, we have spent over $2.5 million in the last 10 years developing a team of people, right? And I guess you could call it leadership, Alicia, where you say, well, how did that come together? Well, you could call it leadership because my role, I am the CEO of the company. I own the company, and my role is to get the company to achieve what it needs to achieve. And I do that with our amazing team. So I will go to somebody who knows how to code. And, we've done outsourcing in the past. Most of our coders are contractors. And I'll say to them, hey, look, you're really talented in X, Y, Z. I need something that does X, Y, Z. Can you make it for me? And we make a program that works. And I have never had to be a coder to own a software company. So let's get rid of that myth straight away. But the reason that software is such an amazing business to be in, Alicia, is because it can deploy anywhere. Right? So I have an amazing screenshot, one of my best performing Facebook ads ever. My wife took a shot of me on the beach, and I had this just relaxed smile. I had this Adidas hat on, and we were just sitting on the beach and whatever. And the reason I'm smiling is because I just looked at my phone, and we just had another $497 sale click in. And I looked at that, and I put the phone down, and then she took the shot, like literally right then. And that's the Facebook ad is, who doesn't want that picture, right? Sitting on a beach with a big smile on your face. You can deploy software anywhere. So here's a service, and somebody buys it from Japan or Germany or the States or Australia, and they click, they buy, they get something real, and they get something tangible that does something for them instantly. And software is amazing like that. When I started my journey, I didn't have the recurring income model that we have now. When I started creating software, I was finding holes in the market. So I had my own agency. We were doing SEO for people, and we were doing video marketing for people. Like, that was what we were doing. And as part of that journey, I bought a plugin that was designed to kind of do some cool things with links in the SEO world. And it was good, but it wasn't great. And my very first entry into the software world it was good, but it wasn't great. And I had some clients that we were doing this SEO work for, and I was like, this doesn't quite meet the mark. How am I going to get it over the finish line? So I went on to, I think it was called Upwork. Yeah, Upwork, but it used to be called something else. Odesk. That's what it used to be called.
Right.
So I went on to Odesk, and I typed in, and this is like literally as geeky as I got. Hi, I just bought a plugin, and it's not quite what I want. Can you please help me to get it to where I want it to be? This is what I want it to do. Save. Right? And overnight we had like 30, 40 people say, yeah, I can do it. We ended up choosing somebody that it cost me $800, right? So this person took the plugin that I'd bought, changed a whole bunch of stuff, added what we needed to add, sent it back to me, and it's amazing, right? Yes, that's exactly what we needed to do. Sent it out to the clients, and they loved it. And we said, hey, I wonder if anybody else would like to buy this new updated version of this cool thing, right? And we put it up onto the Warrior Forum, as we did back in those days. And we did like $35,000 worth of sales in a weekend. Like, whoa, okay, cool. So, but that was a one-time sale, and we're getting to the recurring income, right? So right. I I had this little plugin that we built, cost me 800, made 35,000, fantastic. But then what happens now? I need to come up with another idea. So I came up with another idea, and we got it built, and this time it cost us a little bit more, and we made some more money, and that was great. And then what happens next? Okay, cool. Well, I need to come up with another idea. And I went through this cycle so many times. And it was about, let me think, 7 years ago that I went, I'm going to run out of ideas. I remember sitting down with a cup of tea in my hand and a blank piece of paper going, okay, what's my next idea? And thinking to myself, oh my God, what if this is my last one, right? What if this is my last idea? And I went, this is crazy. This is stupid. The cycle that I was in of always having to invent something was killing me. So I was like, okay, let's stop that right now. And let's find a way that we can build a program that we can just have, make it better and better and better and better. And people were happy to pay for it as a service on an ongoing basis. And 6-7 years ago, this was new, right? Adobe with Photoshop and those kind of guys were just starting to move to the subscription model. Microsoft Office had always been, you go down to Best Buy, you buy your Microsoft Office, you paid for that license. And when Office 2018 or whatever it was came out, you went and bought that one. They started to move to that subscription model. So it was brand new. But we built our very first recurring income program was a system called RepOne, which has done amazingly in the marketplace. 6 years old now. We've done, I think, nearly $3 million through that program. And what's amazing about that is we've sold it as a subscription service from day one.
Wow.
And what's incredible, Alicia, is like I can look up my figures right now and I can say, I know how much is coming in next month with RepOne before we even start marketing this month. Now, obviously, people are going to drop off. And I hear that as an objection all the time. Yeah, but people cancel. You know what? That's true. But people also don't. We actually have clients on RepOne that have been clients of RepOne for 5 years.
Wow.
So, and think about that. We started, RepOne's pricing has changed, but when we opened the doors of RepOne, it was $67 per month. Okay. So $67 from that particular customer has been paid 60 times.
Nice.
It's absolutely incredible. And now RepOne is
business model. Perfect business.
It's the perfect business model. And so one of the things that you mentioned in your survey to your people, I love those questions, by the way. How can we sell this with zero fulfillment? Because that's kind of like the brass ring, right?
Right.
So one of the things that we do with AgencyBud is we make our software available, and agencies can then on-sell our software, and we take care of the onboarding, the fulfillment side of things, the troubleshooting, the updating of the program, like all of that's done. So you can literally, and I'll give a great story. A good friend, local here in my suburb, a good friend of mine is a finance broker, like he's a mortgage broker. He actually bought an AgencyBud license from me. Like, and when your friends buy something from you, you kind of like, he's like, I really want to do this. And do you know what he's done? He's made 6 sales already in the last month, which is 30 days. All he's done is he's put a link on the bottom of his invoices.
Okay.
Right? So he's invoicing as a supplier to businesses, like he's doing their finance broking and whatever. On the bottom of his invoices, he's just got, if you'd like more leads and better reputation, click here. He's made sales, and he's just got his existing clients. Every one of his clients comes on board. We're onboarding them. We're making sure they're set up and all that kind of stuff. And he's making $600 a month now with zero fulfillment. So that's like, why software? Because you can build a recurring income. And it used to be really hard to do. But these days, everything's on that subscription, right? You have a Netflix subscription, iTunes Music, Spotify, and let's get into the business world. So do you have QuickBooks or do you have Xero? These are services that businesses are used to paying for every single month, right? And, then we get into website hosting, and it's so easy even to say insurance. And if you look, and this is something that's really, I'm talking too much, I'm sorry, but if you look at the most profitable companies in the world, apart from the Facebooks and Googles, the companies are banks and insurance companies. And when you look at the insurance side of things, that's the perfect analogy from a business. When I'm talking about reputation, I say, look, you pay $1,200 a year to insure your office. With us, you're going to pay $997 a year to insure your reputation. which one's worth more in the marketplace? And I can tell you, it's your reputation, right?
Right.
So it's easy now these days. Businesses are used to paying for services, you know, on an ongoing basis. And as long as your service provides the value, then they keep engaging that service from month to month. It's like, you know, Social Masters does an amazing job with your social media management, okay? And that's a service that you charge for every month, and you provide incredible value by looking after people's pages and updating what they're doing and doing all that kind of stuff. Like, that's a service. Software as a service does the same thing. It provides something to that customer month in, month out, month in, month out. And if you get if you build the software correctly, which, you know, it's why we spent $2.5 million doing it, they stay with you, you know? And yeah, people drop off, but people don't too. And people keep paying for 5 years. It's great. Anyway, so that's the long answer to a short question, but yeah.
No, it's really good. Some of the things that I picked up on was how much money you spent developing AgencyBud. Say that one more time.
Yeah. $2.5 million. So what's interesting though, is we've got 4 software programs that are at the core of AgencyBud. And those 4 programs are a reputation management program, Rep1, which is our oldest tool, a lead generation program, which is our #1 seller. Like, it's so easy to make sales with that. So that's software program number 2. Software program number 3 is a tool that's designed to help businesses get better returns from their advertising.
Okay.
Again, super easy. And the 4th one is a chatbot, like a live chat management software tool. So we had these 4 programs, right? And each of them are selling. Each of them have their own marketing behind them. Each of them are well supported, blah, blah, blah. So then, like, each one of those programs, when we started this whole AgencyBud dream and idea, we said, how could we take those 4 programs and let other people benefit from what we've already done? You've known me for a lot of years. I literally go to sleep at night with 3 words in my mind. And those 3 words are be of service. Be of service. That's my personal mantra. Be of service. Be of service. And like my wife would just, you know, it's so nice. I've got the beautiful home office. I always wanted to have a gym in my home office. And my wife just went to our gym. Like, we literally have in the same thing. My gym is there. So my wife could tell you, she would wake me up in the middle of the night. The first 3 things that come out of my mouth are be of service. Like, it's that whole Zig Ziglar mantra, you know, help enough other people. Yeah. So we've spent a lot of money creating these software programs, and we're doing quite well. And then what we wanted to do was we said, how can we take what we have and help a whole lot of other people benefit from that same thing? And that's where we came up with the AgencyBud umbrella, because what we're doing is we're literally taking our software that we have the systems in place, the support and the development, all that kind of stuff. And we're saying to people, if you want to pay us, like, it's a tiny fee, honestly, a tiny fee, we'll give you the access to all of those programs. And you can then put a link on the bottom of your invoices. We'll show you how to get the leads. We'll show you exactly how to market them. And you can literally change your life. Let's make that a reality. Like, one of our guys, Carlos Perez, I've got his testimonial. I took a screenshot of it. I should put it up on the screen, actually.
Yeah, you should put it up. Let's see it.
I should put it up. Let me grab this thing from Carlos. Hang on one second.
Okay.
So this is, Carlos bought the system off us just before Christmas. And he said, I'm talking as I'm finding here, so forgive me. He said that he wasn't sure how it was going to go because it was Christmas and all that kind of stuff. He put up 2 YouTube videos and has made a whole bunch of sales already. And he's on track for a 6-figure year.
Smart.
Yeah, amazing.
And while you're looking for that, one of the things I love about what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying that we don't have to spend the money like developing our own software. No. That $2.5 million that you just spent developing it, you're allowing us to, and I'm just saying us, the Soci Masters family, anybody who jumps in on AgencyBud, to have the rights to use the software and sell software as a service to clients, and the clients will pay us recurring revenue, so that we've got the recurring revenue model using software as a service.
Isn't that cool? And that's, you summed it up beautifully, Alicia. That's exactly what we're doing with the, I've got all of these, I can't find Carlos's. I've got all of these testimonials. and I can't find Carlos's.
That's what happens, you know, when you're like in the moment, you're just thinking of it.
I've got this one. I'll put this one. See if I can put this one on the screen. This is from Craig just a week ago. So I just want to show. I have to show something now, right? Because I've been like talking about this for so long. Here we go. So this is just from Craig. Like Craig picked up the thing. He's already got a $400 a month client from the leads that we generated with our lead generation software, right? I've got other testimonials here. I'll find them before we jump off.
Okay.
But you're exactly right. So what we've done is we've spent the money developing these software tools, and now we're actually offering it as an agency system. So, and we've got a special coupon for Social Masters people as well, by the way. So like anybody that goes to AgencyBud right now at like this moment right now today, it's $1,000 a year. And if you make one sale of our reputation management in the whole year, you are in front. You are literally in front from your first sale. And then you get that recurring income. So like $997 a year works out to be $83 a month. Your first sale of RepOne is $97 a month. You make one sale, you're in the black. And you can sell RepOne. You said 10 copies of RepOne, 10 copies of our lead generation software, 10 copies of our advertising analysis software. Like you're making thousands of dollars a year, you know, and you're paying a tiny piece. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But we've got a special coupon for Social Masters, so it's not $997.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So if you've got we'll give you guys the coupon and you can release it to the world, and we'll save you guys some money because we love you. So how does that all work? Like if we have a whole bunch of agencies paying us $997 a year, how did we make any money from that? So here's the reality. We have these programs already in the marketplace and they're profitable.
Okay.
Right. So we're making money from RepOne, we're making money from Cold Reach, we're making money from Data Geo, we're making money from Engage. All of those programs are in the market. They have a recurring income stream. We're solid and stable, right? Adding an additional revenue stream through the agencies doesn't put any extra strain on us because we already have to support that software.
Understand.
We're already developing that software. So if we had another 10,000 customers using that software, it wouldn't add additional, we wouldn't have to support it anymore. It's the same support, whether we have one customer or 10,000. That's again, the benefit of having cloud-based software because we have one version. So what we've done is we've got these products, they're profitable and we're growing, and we've literally just added an additional revenue stream through our agency partners. So for us, that's extra money that we have coming through. That's extra networks that we have connections with and people that we've already seen business and deals done with. Like people in our agency group, we've bought videos off them because they're video marketers and they've come in, they bought AgencyBud, but they're video specialists. So we said, hey, let us buy some video stuff. There's an amazing network if we all have that opportunity to work together. So yeah, what we've done is we've packaged our software together. You don't have to spend $2.5 million building it. We've packaged that software and we've literally said, if you want to sell it, we will give you the rights to sell it. You get to keep all of the money that you generate and we'll take care of all the fulfillment. So your customers will get their own logins, they'll get their own onboarding, they'll get their own troubleshooting, they'll get set up and running. And what you've done is literally just introduce to them a better way that they can look after their reputation, a better way they can generate more leads, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've packaged it together for people who have an agency, who want to grow an agency, and we just give them an extra way of adding money to that.
Okay, 2 questions for you. So this is outside of, you know, what we do as Soci Masters, but Lorette and I have our own agencies, as you know, and this is my 7th year with my agency. So, and even though you told me a year ago to get into the software business, I still didn't do it. 1, because of the investment, and 2, because honestly, you know, it's overwhelming, the thought of having to create it from scratch, like what you've done, and you've created these softwares. It's overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying yes, because it really is.
Yeah, it is. And I just didn't want to do it. But you're saying now but I did listen to you. It's not that I did listen to you. I was listening. But you're saying now what you're saying is that I could take my agency, which is called POW Social, Lorette's is called Peekaboo Social, and we could get AgencyBud and then have these 4 softwares that you recommended or that, you know, comes in AgencyBud that you talked about already. And we can now say that POW Social has, I think you said it was Cold Reach, Engage, RepOne, and Data Geo. So I can say that POW Social is offering, you know, has these different tools and these different softwares.
Absolutely. And what we said, like one of our AgencyBud customers, I found Carlos's testimonial. Can I put it up on the screen? Just
put it up.
Oh, I was struggling to find it. This is Carlos's testimonial. So as Carlos says, I just want to drop a quick note to say thank you. I got Rep One just before Christmas. He got the whole AgencyBud system. When people don't usually buy services, I didn't know what to expect. I have to tell you that your app speaks for itself. Just doing a few demo videos on YouTube, I made my investment back and continue to make money every month. I'm so confident in Rep One, its ability to deliver. I know this time next year I'll have a 6-figure business. Thanks for everything.
I love that.
So that was cool. So yeah, coming back a step, one of our clients, one of the people who has already invested in AgencyBud, he's a lawyer.
Okay.
His name's George. He's in the Facebook group, and he came onto one of our training calls, and he's like, well, I picked up AgencyBud because I love the content. I really wanted to own my own software business, and this was my thing. Yeah. He said, but I'm struggling with the identity. Like, my clients all my life have known me as George the lawyer, and now I'm how do I pitch that I have a reputation management software program? And I said, George, you use the words that your clients use, and you say these words. Hey guys, you've always known me as George the lawyer. I've just invested in my own software company. These are the products that I now have in my suite. I thought you might be interested, right? And George is like, whoa. And he said, can I really say that? And I said, have you paid money to be a member of AgencyBud? He said, yes. And I said, so you have invested in a software company and these are your products to sell, right? Is exactly the scenario that you're in. So for yourself, Alicia, for Lorette as well, for Ivana as well, like you guys have your own successful agency, and that's exactly what this platform is built for. Can I show you the inside of what we've built? Like I want to show you the marketing tools and stuff. Like it's super cool. I'm super proud of it. So let me do this, and let me grab a browser and a new tab. All right, you can see I've got a billion tabs over.
It's not, I'm not seeing your screen yet. Why am I not seeing it? It says that you started screen sharing, but it's not showing it yet. Oh, now I see it. Now I see it.
Have you got my login screen? Okay, cool. So I'll log in. So this is not only do we provide the software, so we say here's the software, right?
Wait, right now we're seeing a whole bunch of, okay, it looks like we're seeing like your tasks. I don't know. Try to see, I think it's like part of Asana. Try to see what's showing on your screen.
Let me see if I can share this again and just share I'll just share the browser window instead of the whole thing. Yeah. There we go. How's that?
Okay, give it 1 second. It looks like it's pulling up.
Slowly. We have to just do some feeling.
Yay! Now we see it. Now we see it. Okay,
cool. So, so what we've done with AgencyBud, Alicia, like I said, my personal mantra, I go to bed saying to myself, be of service. I can give you the software. I can say, here's Rep One, here's Cold Reach, here's Data Geo, here's Engage. Go sell, have fun, right? And that alone has an incredible amount of value. You can build like a 6-figure recurring income from just one of these products, right? But I wanted to show you what else we give. So we also have, I'll come back to this agency training section in just a bit because you feature in here, as you know. So within each product, we also give a massive amount of sales training and marketing materials. All right. So can you still see my screen?
I can, yes.
Okay. So I'll just go into the marketing materials section for Rep One. The marketing materials themselves, we have things like Facebook ads, banners, video ads, pre-written emails, like so much stuff in this folder. So we've invested, for example, every time we've made a new video ad or we've done that kind of stuff, it costs $500-600 to get a professional video made. Well, they're all in the system already. So you can have all your marketing materials like banners. We've got hundreds of banners that have been done up in all the different sizes. So you can put them on your invoices or put them on your website or send it off to a client, post it on Instagram, whatever you want to do. Like we've got pre-written emails as well. So we've actually got a full email sequence. I have to tell you that one. Can I sideline just for a second?
Of course, of course.
One of the things that we are actually giving anybody, let me stop sharing and I'll talk face to face. One of the things we're giving is anybody that invests in AgencyBud automatically also gets 10 hours of a trained VA, virtual assistant. And that VA is somebody that we have already trained to take that new AgencyBud customer and set them up with an automated leads system.
I like that.
So we literally, we've trained the VA, okay? So somebody says, I'm a new AgencyBud member, but I'm a chiropractor and I have no idea what I need to do. No problem at all. We have somebody standing by who's been trained, ready to go. They're going to find you leads for the programs, and they're going to set up an automated email system that you don't even need to touch. So we have somewhere between, the 10 hours usually gets somewhere between 500 and 1,000 leads.
Wow.
In an automated funnel, getting automated approaches so we can start getting those first sales for you. All right. So I just wanted to say that before I show you this. So we've got automated sales systems set up, ready to go. So these, let me wait for the screen to refresh again. These pre-written emails, we're waiting. Tell me when it comes back up again.
It's up.
In each one of the products, we've got the pre-written emails, right? And we've got the VA who will set up leads for you and automate these pre-written emails in an outreach program, right? And is my screen keeping up?
It's still in the folders, emails to send. It looks like you clicked on something else, but it hasn't moved. Yep, now I see all the nice emojis at the top.
All right, cool. So this is one of our clients running. We set up their automated email systems, right? So we dropped in 446 leads yesterday. We've sent 68 mails already. We've got an 18% open rate, which is not too bad. 33% click rate from our first day, okay? And one sale came from here.
Wow.
Right? So again, the whole concept is not just here's a bunch of software that you can go and sell, even though that's awesome. What we're also doing is showing you how to make money with this stuff. So we set up a VA, we get you leads coming in, we start the sales actually coming in. And then if we come into the agency training area, and I know the screen will catch up in just a second, we literally have so much in here about how to find those first customers, how to approach them, how to make the sales, like how to position yourself, so many things. Like in each one of these areas, and I'm just thinking, where will we find you? In the getting started area is Alicia Little. If I scroll down in the getting started area, jumpstart your agency with Alicia Little, because you're an amazing coach when it comes to helping people start their agencies. And this is you and I talking about starting up an agency and doing all that kind of stuff, which is really, really cool. But I just wanted to show you that we have not only, so the software is amazing and it's cost me $2.5 million to build it, but we also don't just want to dump this in your lap and say, good luck. Right. We show you how to sell it, how to position it, how to get those leads coming in, how to automate the process. And then we take care of the fulfillment. So every time, let's say, for example, that Powell or Peekaboo have a sale of, let's say, Cold Reach or Rep One, that customer gets their own login, they get their username and password, they get their welcome email, they get onboarded with one of our team. Roberta will reach out to them personally and say, hey, welcome aboard. You've recommended this person, but now we're bringing them in and we're making sure that they're set up, and they keep paying you month by month.
Wow.
This is a dream come true for me, because now finally
this is a dream come true for all of us.
I'm glad to hear it. We've put everything in, this is me. I don't like to brag, but we've had an amazing life,
Yeah.
Like we've had an amazing life. We've been through this and back up. I get to be a full-time dad because our software keeps selling and keeps rebilling every month, right? I mean, we get to travel, we get to do all that sort of stuff. I don't like to brag, but we've had an amazing life. And this is me making that same ability. Like the things that I make my money from are exactly what people who have AgencyBud are getting.
Wow.
Right? It's cost me $2.5 million to get to this point. You literally get that for $9.97 less if you're with Social Masters, because you're going to get a special coupon. Okay?
Wow.
I'm so proud of it, Alicia. Like we've really put everything to make sure people not only can buy something, but really be successful with it.
I love it. I love it. So you were answering, I said I had two questions to ask you, and one was selfish and us. I was just like, so you're saying that we don't have to make the investment.
That's it. You don't have to build the software. You don't have to code it. You don't have to support it. We take care of all of it.
I love that. And the second question was, is this good for someone who doesn't have any clients yet? So we had one student respond and say, or just send me an inbox message. Let me see if I can read it. Hang on one second. Okay. So it's Justin, and he says that he really wants to start a software company, but he doesn't have any clients yet. Is this something that he can lead with? Is it a good strategy if you have no clients yet?
Hell yes, absolutely. Um, Again, let me show you rather than tell you, right?
Okay.
Because that lead campaign that I showed you for that was automatically running with the emails going. Let me go back to that for a second, because that client has no clients at the moment. This is brand new for them. All right.
Okay.
Is that share working? Let me do this.
Not yet.
Okay. We're doing the share thing. And I'll go back to that, and I'll show you how we're building this campaign, right?
Okay.
So tell me when we're doing the waiting on the Zoom dance.
There it is. There it is.
Just getting there when we can. All right. So I'll go back to my little thingy here. Tell me when you got my emoji screen back up again.
Oh, okay. Right now we're just seeing the AgencyBud modules, but I know that it will catch up in a minute.
We'll catch up in a minute. So remembering that as these emojis are loading, remembering that the fact that this is set up means that somebody's invested into AgencyBud. They now have a program called Cold Reach, which is a lead generation program that they have the rights to resell, right?
Right.
Incredible that they have never written software, designed it, have nothing to do with it, and now they can sell it and keep all the money, right?
I love it.
So this email campaign that I'm about to show you is somebody that's invested in AgencyBud who has no clients, exactly in the same position as Justin, right? So let me show you the messages that we've set up.
Okay, we see the emojis now.
Okay, cool. So I've just clicked into the first email that we're sending, right?
Okay.
The first email that we're sending, right? And this is going to, and it's all personalized and that kind of stuff. And it literally just says, hey, we've used our own lead generation software program, okay? And we've taught the VA. So let me walk through this in steps and slow down.
Okay.
Okay. You have a lead generation software program. Who wants to buy a lead generation software program? People who need leads.
Right.
When you, Alicia, think of the first people who needs leads, who are the people who need leads? What kind of profession needs leads? Could you tell me that?
Yeah. I mean, I can think of a million of our clients and our students that will say it'll start off with, I mean, it can be as simple as roofing, plumbers, all those different types of industries, but then it can even go to, I had my insurance company meeting with my client today, and we generated 100 leads for them in the past 30 days, and everybody needs
everybody, right? So what we did with this particular client was we said, do you know the people that tend to respond to the word leads more than anyone else? Let's take the low-hanging fruit. The people that respond to that word are salespeople. Yeah. So what we did was we used our lead generation software program, which I'll show you in just a sec if you like. And we went into the LinkedIn part of it, and we just typed in the word salespeople. And we found, I think we had 468 leads that we added to this campaign on the first day. So we found 468 people in their geographical area. So don't forget, we're looking in a specific location, who identified themselves on LinkedIn as a salesperson.
Yep.
So now we've set up a message in this automated system that says, hey, I know you're a salesperson. We have a program which is a lead generation software tool. And I just want to show you this. Somewhere in here, I say something like,
look, I use this to find you. So wouldn't you want?
Exactly, you got it. I don't know if you read ahead or if you can see it on the screen.
No, I didn't read ahead, but I'm saying
if you want proof that it's working, the fact that you're reading this email shows that it's working. So if you'd like it working for you, click here. Alternatively, you can set up an appointment and jump on a call with us, right?
Yeah, of course they'd be like, boom, this is what I need.
Right.
So the people that I know that are in insurance and car sales, if they got that, they would be all over it, They'd be all
over it, exactly. So so we've got 3 emails in the sequence that we've got set up. We made a sale on the first day for this guy. So he's got 400 leads that are going out. It's automated, hasn't ever spoken to a client before. We've set up an automated lead system, an automated approach system, and he's got his first sale. Now we're talking about, Facebook marketing, LinkedIn. We'll do all that stuff later. Let's just do the low-hanging fruit first, right? And so the lead generation program, your question from Justin was, if I've never had a client before, how can I get this started, right? I'll show you the lead generation program because it's very, very cool. I love it. It's one of my favorite tools. And I created it because I needed it. So, right. This is our lead generation program called Cold Reach. And we'll do that same search that we just talked about before. I want to come into do this. The people-based search is LinkedIn. The location-based search is specific businesses. And I'll talk about that with a real estate client in just a second. So people-based search, I'm looking for a sales representative. Representative, can I spell? Just. Sales representative. Right. Where does Justin live? Do you know? Let's just find.
North Carolina. It's USA.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
North Carolina, USA. Right. Let's go for searching. So now what this is going to do, you can see that it zooms in on North Carolina. And if I zoom out a little bit, so it's found North Carolina. These are the people that have sales representative in their, can you see, is your screen keeping up?
That is so cool. Yeah.
So this is Curtis, and this is Kevin, and this is Andrew, and this is Gisette, and this is Meredith. They all have the word sales representative, and I can just load more, right? And I can add these to a campaign, and these are my campaigns over here on the on the left-hand side, sorry. And when we add something to a campaign, it actually goes out and finds their email address, right? Their LinkedIn profile address, their name, their company, all of that kind of stuff, right? So now what we've done is we've gone and found a whole bunch of people in North Carolina who identify themselves as salespeople, and we've set up an automated campaign to go and sell Cold Reach. Now we're starting to develop a customer database. Now, maybe not everybody is going to buy Cold Reach who you reach out to, but you've already got a database of people that you can reach out to on a regular basis. And again, we talk about that, keeping that relationship and building that client base. You know, somebody who buys Cold Reach is a natural upsell to RepWarm. Because you can say, hey, look, we're building leads. Did you know that the first thing is that people Google you? And if you've got RepWarm in place, we make sure we look after da-da-da-da. So now we can upsell that client. We can start with one, and Cold Reach is the perfect opener.
I love that.
Data geo is perfect. If you see anybody who's advertising, the email goes like this. Hey, I saw your ad on Google. I just wondered if you'd like a free report that shows you how you could probably tweak that a little bit more. Here's my data geo link, right? So like all of the software leads into each other, if you see what I mean.
Right. I like it. And so, it needs to be giving social proof that the software works.
Exactly. I'm lazy, right? I'm lazy. I want people to go, oh, of course. So I had that line used on me on a sales prospecting software program 5 or 6 years ago. It stayed in my mind because I thought to myself, that is the very best social proof of all time. The fact that you got this email into my inbox shows me that you're doing something right. So that's literally the technique we use. I just wanted to, I'm sorry, I'm taking so much of your time. I just wanted to talk about one of our clients, one of our Cold Reach clients is a property manager. So let me come and do a new search. And we'll start off with a new search. Let me go here. All right, so let's do an update search. Now, instead of doing a people-based search, which is what we just did, we're looking for salespeople, right? Do you know one of our clients, so many examples, one of our clients was looking for truck drivers, and we were able to find them with, like, how do you find someone who's a truck driver? You find them.
Before you continue, one of my sister's clients is a truck driving company. And do you know that there are a shortage of truck drivers? So that's what she puts up ads for. So she puts up ads to find truck drivers, and it does not do so well. So all right.
How about you just go click, you have 250 truck drivers in this geographic location, and you send them all a few emails that just say, hey, I noticed you're a truck driver, we've got a spot. Right?
Yeah. The trucking company is paying her just to find new drivers. So when you use that as an example, I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I wouldn't have thought that there was a shortage of drivers, but apparently it's a thing. Like,
there you go. Well, people who are listening, if you need some extra cash during these times, be a truck driver. So, Alicia, I was talking to one of our clients. Her name's Beck, and she runs a property management company. Like, she's a property manager. She's not a real estate agent. She's a property manager. So she manages the rentals and that kind of stuff. And I said to Beck, and I've got her on camera, I said to her, where do you get most of your leads from? Like, who refers you business? And she said, word of mouth, real estate agents and accountants are the people that send me clients for me to then manage their property. Because she was saying to me that I can't really use Cold Reach because it's a business-to-business lead generation platform. And I said, whoa, hang on a second. Most of your leads come from word of mouth. Who sends you business? She said, real estate agents and accountants. And I said, what process do you have in place right now where you are proactively reaching out to more real estate agents and accountants? And she went, crickets, nothing, tumbleweeds. I'm not. Hang on a second, Beck. You're an intelligent, beautiful woman, and you're telling me that the most amount of your business comes from referrals from these two sources, and you're not proactively chasing those two sources? Let's fix that for $297 a year, right? So we took Beck, she's a client. We took Beck and we did this with her. We literally said, okay, let's first of all find real estate agents in her location, and she's in Melbourne, Australia, so that was easy. Melbourne, Australia, right? So now, real estate agents, bam, hundreds of them, accountants, hundreds of them. And let's put them all into that drip email campaign with no other purpose other than a subtle introduction. Hey, so like again, we add these to a campaign. This is one we had running from before. So let me find this accountants in Brooklyn. Here is accountants search in Brooklyn, and we've got their names, email addresses. This is Ruthie from emsaccounting.com. Nice to meet you, right? So let's put this into a drip campaign with no other purpose than increasing your network. So we literally set this up. We show you that you can use MailChimp, which is free up to 500 contacts. Yep. We can set up a newsletter campaign with literally just talking business and spotlighting different businesses in the area. Hey, let's talk about EM's accounting services this month. This is Ruthie and she's amazing. Ruthie sees your newsletter go out with her own name highlighted and goes, wow, thanks, Beck. Oh my God, you just like highlighted my business. Who's she going to refer clients to? Wow. You or somebody else she doesn't know? So we literally set this up for $297 a year. We can set you up with a referral system that will bring you so much business that you never have to advertise again. Business to business. That's what this software is for. So like all of this patter, all of this stuff that I'm saying, I have practiced it. And of course, all of that sales language is in the AgencyBud system. So we actually tell you how to sell this thing, how to actually approach businesses and what words to use that can help you make these sales.
Yeah,
anyway, I'm bragging. Sorry, I got off topic.
Well, you're so passionate about it, and we can all appreciate that. I'm passionate about what I teach, and this helps people. So I understand your passion, and we love it. We're like absorbing all of your energy and all of your passion with this.
Let's get back to where we started from. How to build a recurring income, selling software as a service to businesses without any fulfillment, right? That is literally what we wrapped around with AgencyBud. We said you're an existing agency or you're just getting started and you recognize the massive opportunities in that space. You can now literally add 4 recurring income streams with a simple system behind, like just send them a link. Hey, if you'd like to manage your reputation a little bit better, click on this one. We'll help you get it all set up and running. We on board, we support, we take care of the software. You can have your own software company without ever having to go through the investment of setting one up. That's what we've done.
I love it. I love it. So everybody's ready. I know, like, I'm looking at the comments and people chatting about it. They're like, we just want to sign up. We're just ready to sign up.
How do we get started? Like we said, we've done something special. Like you could go to agencybud.com right now. You can pay $9.97 a year. And like I said, first sale, you're in profit. You can make as many sales as you want to make. But if you're a Social Masters client and you're watching this with Alicia and Ivana and Lorette, right? We've got a very special coupon code for the first 20 action takers.
I love it.
Right? The first 20. Now, why are we limiting it to 20, Alicia? For one simple reason. You guys know as well as I do that if you buy something and you do nothing with it, it will do nothing for you.
Right.
Right? We want you to take action. And Alicia and Lorette and Ivana talk about this all the time, right? The fear of taking the first step, all that kind of stuff. I want the people who are going to take action to go, I'm in, let's go. So for the first 20 people that do that, if you use the coupon code, and you can put this up later in the chat comments, the coupon code is Action Taker. All one word, lowercase.
Yep.
It's the one word, Action Taker.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So Alicia's got a special link and we've set that up for you. It's agencybud.com/software. SoshiMasters, all right? AgencyBud.com/SoshiMasters. And you use the coupon Action Taker. If you're one of the first 20 who do that, you will save hundreds of dollars off this program, right? And you'll save hundreds of dollars every year. It's a recurring fee to be an AgencyBud member, all right? And if you don't want to renew next year, you just say, hey, I don't want to renew. If you make one sale, you're in profit. So I guarantee you'll want to renew. But if you don't want to renew, you just say, hey, well, and I say, okay, no problem at all. But if you stay with AgencyBud and you use that coupon that we made especially for you guys, you'll save that hundreds of dollars every year. So we're literally giving you a gift of a couple of $100 every year to go and get your agency started, right? So AgencyBud.com/SoshiMasters.
Yep.
Coupon is Action Taker.
Love it.
And now, if you get there and you're the 21st person, you're going to see when you put that coupon in, it's going to say coupon expired.
Okay.
There are literally only 20.
Okay.
If you are the 21st, it will say coupon expired. If you are the 19th, you'll see the price come down. So click and do it. Because if you're the 21st, it's an expired coupon. It's Action Takers only.
And I'm like, Lorette, do it really quickly before.
Do it really quickly.
I don't mean to be like jumping ahead of our students.
You're onto Lorette going, can you take care of this before the call?
I'm like, Lorette, before everybody else.
Before, just make sure we're first or second if you can, please. Look, guys, honestly, if you miss out on the coupon, it's $9.97 a year. What you get for less than $1,000 is a software company, right? Yeah. You get all of our tools, all of our training, like just the marketing materials that we put in. Those alone are worth tens of thousands of dollars. Just using, you know what? I said to somebody the other day, it's cost versus expense, right? If you pay $1,000 for something and in return, you get something worth $2,000, has it really cost you anything?
That's right.
The answer is no, right? If you spend $1,000 and get $2,000 back, you're in front. So even if it's $9.97, if you miss the coupon, even if it's $9.97, you're getting over $2,500 worth of software you get to use for yourself. So you can generate as many leads as you want to generate. You can use the reputation management to set up all kinds of campaigns. You can use the data geo program to get better returns on your advertising. You can use your chatbots to engage more people and make more sales. You get to use the software, even if you never make a single sale, right? But we have a staff member, her name's Roberta, standing by, whose only job is to help you get that first sale, right? So we'll make sure you get your first sales. But even if you miss the coupon, it's $9.97. You get incredible value, and you get, all of the teaching and the training and the coaching that goes along with it as well. If it's $9.97, if you're fast and you use the coupon,
our people love the coupon. So you guys hurry up, get in now. I think the best thing, there's so many good things about this, but from my perspective, as I'm looking on it, and I have my team meeting tomorrow morning with my team, and as we're going to talk about this, is that you can have a new offer for clients, or use it to get new clients in the door literally overnight. So absolutely. You're telling us that we don't have to invest in creating our own software. It's like it's one of those business in a box. It's right there, handed to you on a silver platter.
On a silver platter.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, one of the things we've done with our AgencyBud customers, Alicia, like, you want to try and close more deals. You're already in social media, or maybe you're doing SEO for a client, whatever it is that you already do. You know that big client that you've been trying to get over the line? One of the things that we do with the AgencyBud system is we allow you to set your own price for your individual customers. Okay. So if you've been trying to win this customer like for a month or something, now you can go back to him and say, okay, John, I've got something amazing for you. If you sign up with our social media management to right now, I'm going to give you $1,000 a year worth of reputation management for free. Right?
Wow.
So you can see, this is the thing. You own the rights to resell these products, and you get to keep the money. So whether you sell it for $5 or whether you sell it for $50 affects me not at all. Right? So we let you set your own price. We can't, there's one rule. You can't advertise the products for anything less than retail. Right? That's against our terms, because that protects everybody. So when somebody Google's Rep One, they see the one price is set in stone, right? It protects everybody. But if you're talking to a customer, like I did with my kids' school, right? I went to my kids' school. I've got a good relationship with the principal. And I actually, do you know what? Like a private school, every single student is valued at $120,000.
Wow.
Crap. Wish I'd known that before we started. But anyway, so I went to him and I showed him our reputation management. He's going, wow, that's really amazing. So you can keep a track on like if people are bad mouthing the school or whatever. And I said, yeah, absolutely. I said, I tell you what, how about I swap you, a couple of term fees and I'll set you up with this one for free. He said, yeah, sure, done.
Wow.
It's your business. If anybody wants to get involved with AgencyBud, right? We say to you, this is your software business. Now, if you own the company, you can do whatever the hell you like.
That's
we want to make sure that you can do whatever the hell you like. You want to give a copy to your brother? Give a copy to your brother. You want to sell that one to that guy for 50% off? Do it. We make sure that that functionality is available to you because that's what owning a business is all about.
And when they do the onboarding with your team member, my client would just think that was my team member onboarding them, right?
That's exactly right. So when you've done the deal with somebody, you just say, hey, thanks, John, we'll get you set up. And our rep warn specialist is going to get on a call with you and help make sure everything's set up and running for you.
I love it. Because I don't want to do that.
Oh, exactly. That's what zero fulfillment is all about.
Okay, yes.
Zero fulfillment. You go and sign up John and you just say, hey, John, thanks very much. Fantastic to have you on board. One of our team from Rep One will be in touch with you. They'll get you all set up and ready to roll.
I love that. So you're saying that with AgencyBud, we are going to get the 4 softwares that we get to use. Say that we have our software company, because we're investing in AgencyBud, and that's how you set it up with the license and everything. And then we're also going to get to use your person as the onboarding specialist for the reputation. And we get to leverage her by saying that she's part of our team. Absolutely. And we get to have a virtual assistant who is going to work with us to generate for 10 hours 10 hours
for free. All your first leads are already set up and automated, ready to roll. And carry that relationship forward. John, your client who you signed up 3 months ago, suddenly has a trouble. He's like, something's not working in his software, whatever. He drops in a support ticket. That doesn't come to you. That comes to us. Oh. Right? So we look after all of the customers' updates. We update the software because we're doing that already. Or it doesn't matter if it's for our client or for your client. The same update goes out, right? So we make sure your customer has a problem, we solve it. Right. That's no impact on you from a customer solution point of view.
Wow, no wonder I've been hearing a lot about AgencyBud. That is really great.
This is my life work in place right here.
I have heard a lot about it. I've gotten some other marketers in our space talking about it and people just saying how awesome it is. And so as I'm looking for someone to solve the problem that our people are asking us about, I'm like, you're the perfect one.
Yay.
And you totally delivered. Thank you so much. You totally delivered.
You're welcome.
On everything.
You're welcome. And the thing is for me, Alicia, and I know that we're running out of time, but let me just show you one more screen if I can take 2 more seconds of your time.
Of course.
I just want to show you our AgencyBud Facebook group because, it's one thing for me to say that this is all good, but have a look at some of the interactions and content that we've got coming into the AgencyBud group. So this is we had a training call yesterday, biggest takeaways, awesome training. Let's keep going.
It's not
fantastic. Talk about enhancing the user experience. Sorry, say again.
Give it 1 second to catch up. We're still seeing the amazing cold reach.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh man, I love that program.
Okay, now we're in the Facebook group.
Okay, cool. So we've got people who have posted their own videos, like their skills. So we've been able to pass back business to them. But we just have awesome training, great takeaways, etc. We have this software program, which we're actually giving away for free to our AgencyBud members, which is a dynamic capture page system. Just feedback, just great feedback for everybody. Thanks everyone for adding me to the group. I've got so much here. LinkedIn stuff, test and try, oh my God, there's so much stuff here. Lots of information. I'm very excited, very much looking forward to it. Questions answered. The reason I'm showing this is because people are actually in this thing. They're getting the results. There was a post from Dave who'd made his first sale. Let me see if I can find it. I'll bore you to tears. Here we go. Let me find Dave. first
Well, it's
sale.
nice to know that there's also a community behind it. So if people have questions, like I see it now, AgencyBud customer group. So you have to be a customer to be in that group, but
Yep.
you're helping
There we
people
go.
along.
David got his first sale. There we go. Yes, exactly. So, and we're in here all the time. So if you, like Justin, if you don't have a client, we're here to help you answer questions. We have trainings every week. We've got like all of these webinars on how to do the marketing, how to do the approaches, how to set up the products, how to, automate the sales leads, et cetera, et cetera. Like everything that we possibly can do so that this is not just a purchase, that this is an investment.
I get it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so grateful for your time. You spent a lot of time with us and you taught us so much. So
recurring income, people. Recurring income. Number one.
Recurring income. And when I think about the recurring income, you really don't need to get that many clients paying you to have a 6-figure business and then to keep building from there.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
10 a month. 10 a month will make you 100,000 a year. Recurring.
Say that again?
10 a month.
Yeah.
10 a month. 10 clients a month will make you 100,000 a year. Now, the cool thing is you start next year with 100,000. So if you keep doing your 10 a month, by the end of year 2, you're making 200,000.
It makes sense. Right. And 10
so,
a month.
And people say, yeah, but people drop off.
You said 10 a month.
Do 10 a month, right? You can still keep, this is the thing, you can still keep your regular gig. You know what? You're already working, you're doing stuff, but you're just making, even if you're making 1 sale a month, you know what? You're adding $12,000 a year to your recurring income. Like, when's the last time that an employee could go to an employer and say, hey, can I get $1,000 more a month? No.
Good point.
But you can do that with 1 sale a month. And next year, that 12,000 keeps coming in, And yes, people cancel, but people stay. And you can have like an 80% retention rate. Next year, you start with 8,000 and you add another 12. So you start the 3rd year. And that's just 1 a month, Alicia. Recurring income, people, whatever you do, make sure that your moves from this point forward continue to pay you on a recurring basis, because that's what helps you sleep at night.
It really is. And we do recommend recurring, which is part of what social media marketing is, but people have to do a lot of work to deliver social media marketing. So This is, a good addition to bring into an agency if you're already doing it. But if you're not doing an agency, maybe this is where you actually want to start. And then when you get clients in that say yes to the reputation or the leads, they're going to ask you what else you have. So you could sell them, cold reach, right? And then the reputation. So you can sell them multiple softwares and then all the other services that you offer. I always tell people, like, it's great. This is how we operate. You want as many tools in your toolbox as possible. So, with this, we get 4 really good tools, and it sounds like you throw in other stuff, but 4 really good tools in our toolbox. So I'm excited about it. I'm just looking at the comments. People are really excited. Lorette's actually answering the comments so fast. I love you, Lorette. She's actually answering them really quickly, and people are just asking if there's still a coupon left. So
I can see actually a few of them are gone. So guys, there's 20. There's 20 for the Social Masters group. The coupon is action taking. You gotta jump in and grab it.
Okay, so jump in, grab it really quickly. Quite a few are already gone. And if you've grabbed one, you can just say, I'm in the chat box, and Lorette is going to grab you, because I think we're going to actually add some bonuses to this as well. So our people know that we love to add bonuses. We're going to think that through, because, I'm just interviewing you now and I'm thinking about it, but I absolutely love what you put together. I love your passion for it. It's a great product. I see now why why so many people that I know are talking about it and saying, checking it out. And I like how, if we go back and look at the questions that people wanted answered, they were, how do you make recurring income without doing fulfillment? And you answered that one for us. That was the number 1 thing people wanted to know. And then the number 2 is selling software as a service to locals, right? So how do you do that? And then the other questions, like what local businesses are still in business? And we talked about, generating leads for them. Yeah.
financial planners, real estate agents, like anybody that's actually, you know, the small business owners, they can't, maybe their doors are closed, but they're still home working. Why? Because they own the business and they still work. Like we've actually got a list in, I'm trying to think, in the members area, it's in the getting started, in the growth and scale section, there's 25 industries that we've highlighted as still working right now. Like, and it's financial planners, insurance agents, real estate agents, property managers, you know, these kind of people, and they are the perfect target for audience for what we're going after.
I love that. And then how to get your agency ready when, you know, everything reopens, and we see some of that, you know, happening in different places around the world. Obviously, this is, you know, you've answered that 100 times over, which is showing us that this is the perfect model. And then even outsourcing. And I love how you have the VA and your assistant
Ready to go.
all the onboarding. So, hey guys, get on board to AgencyBud. I'm glad that we could answer your questions. I'm glad that you guys submitted the poll and that Walt Bayless was the answer to a lot of this. Thank you so much for saying yes, Walt, and coming on, spending your time, and even putting together a really good deal for the Soci Masters family for AgencyBud. So guys, get on quick, grab AgencyBud. Tell us in the comments when you do. We love you so much. Thank you so much, Walt, for coming on. And I'm excited. I'm excited to hear the testimonials. I'm excited for the students. We already have a bunch jumping on now, and I'm really excited to hear their success stories with AgencyBud. You put together an amazing program. You could have just kept this all to yourself and just kept running, you know, these softwares and kept selling them yourself. But the fact that you are off, I'm just reading Rod's comment and he's talking about it, but the fact that you're really offering this and letting other people jump in just shows that he's saying that you live your motto. Tell us what that motto is again.
Be of service. Be of service. That's it. It's just be of service. And you know, you're right. Like we could have just kept on with the 4 software programs. But for me, my life's work, and you can see anything on my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, my blog, etc., is all about helping entrepreneurs. Like I found my connection with that is just, I've had an amazing life, and I get the opportunity to share that and maybe do the same spark that other people have done for me. And like, I can keep selling the software, but I didn't find the spark of selling reputation management or lead generation, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's just business. But helping people who have agencies, who have that entrepreneurial mindset to set a goal, to achieve more, to do more in their local community, to be of service, that has lit my fire like nothing that I've done in the last 10 years. And I'm so proud that's where I've found it. Like I've got these cool programs, and building AgencyBud as that umbrella on top has allowed me to fulfill the mantra, to be of service.
Yes, I love it. All right, get everybody, grab AgencyBud. We got to go. Hurry up. Make sure that you're one of the 20. You know what? I like that you have the coupon code Action Takers, because we always say action takers are money makers.
That's
so
it.
I guess you feel the same way, because that's a coupon code that you gave us. But I find that the fast action takers are always the ones that, you know, are super successful. You got to be hungry for it, right? Go after it. Perfect solution. Thank you so much for your time, your generosity, your teaching.
You're welcome, man. And you know what? Like, I look forward to seeing everybody in the group. Like this is going to be something that's really fun. We get to do it together.
When you guys get in that group, go tag Walt and tell him thank you for doing this interview. So thanks. Bye, everybody. Bye, Walt.
Hey, guys. Bye, Alicia.
You're awesome.
Yeah. Yes.